Hey everyone, this is John with the Tiny House Travelers here in Lizella, Georgia. We're going to do a quick review of our campground that we have stayed for 8 days now, and it is the Lake Tobesofkee County Campground here in Lizella, Georgia. So stick around and we'll cover the highs and lows. The Lake Tobesofkee RV Park is actually broken up into two separate parks. The first park is Claystone Park on the north side of the lake. That park has 40 camping spots, 9 tent, 6 full hookup, and 6 waterfront. Arrowhead is the larger park that we are in on the other side of the lake that has 58 total spots, 17 of which have full hookups, 11 are waterfront, and 6 are tent only, with 6 of those items being pull-through. The Arrowhead side of the park ranges from $27 for the RV camping spot up to $30 for the full hookup spot. None of the full hookups are on the waterfront, which you do get the opportunity to get on the Claystone side of the park. So theirs range from $27 for no sewer but water and electric, all the way up to $35 that has full hookup and is on the water. As far as activities in the park, it is a pretty bare bones park. It does have the washer dryers. One of our buildings is down, so they're down to 2 washers and 1 dryer, I believe, at the moment. But they are set up to have 2. It is right on the lake with beaches at both Claystone and Arrowhead Park. The water of the lake, if it rains, gets very disgusting. I'll put some pictures here, and at the end I'll have some video that I flew over with the drone. It is very, very brown. I talked to some of the locals, and they said that that's very common in this central Georgia area. So anytime there's a heavy rain, the pond is going to be kind of gross. So if that's okay with you, there's a pond that you can swim in. If you're not down for that, then there's really nothing else to do inside of this park. We did talk to some of the locals that mentioned that during the summer, this is the spot for this area to go to. So tons of locals flock to this area, and the boats on the lake are so thick you could walk across them. So while it is very dead here in mid-March, during the summer months, it's a completely different story. As far as local food is concerned, there's not a whole lot less than a 10-minute drive into Macon. If you make that 10-minute drive into Macon, there's your usual big town things. They've got a Golden Corral, they've got a Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all that fun jazz. But here in Lizella, the big pull that we've gotten several recommendations from people for is Fish and Pig, which is just over by the Claystone Park right on Lake Tobesofkee. So they've got a big deck area outside, and they do a bunch of seafood. So that is the main pull as far as food goes in the Lake Tobesofkee area. The internet situation is hit or miss depending on what you have. We have the Verizon 5G home internet, our cell phones that we can use hotspots, and the T-Mobile 5G home internet. And the Verizon, our average speed is about 20 megs down, 5 megs up, with about a 500 ping latency. Our cell phones were only 12 and 2 with over a 900 latency, and the T-Mobile was our best connection with an 80 megabyte download and a 17 megabyte upload speed with right around 250 ping latency. So T-Mobile was by far our fastest option for internet in this park. As far as local food is concerned, there's not a whole lot less than a 10-minute drive into Macon. If you make that 10-minute drive into Macon, there's your usual big town things. They've got a Golden Corral, they've got a Wendy's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, all that fun jazz. But here in Lizella, the big pull that we've gotten several recommendations from people for is Fish and Pig, which is just over by the Claystone Park on right on Lake Tobesofkee. So they've got a big deck area outside, and they do a bunch of seafood. So that is the main pool as far as food goes in the Lake Tobesofkee area. So our rig is a 32-foot gooseneck tiny house on wheels, 13.6, and the trail into the park, and we've scoped it on our way out, was very, very simple. That's wide roads, no low trees, the park's very well pruned. So as far as big rig friendly, I would say that the Lake Tobesofkee Park is very big rig friendly, as long as you can get a flat level spot to set her up in. One of the main things that I would be absolutely remiss in leaving out of this review is several of the sites. I would say 75% of the sites are extremely unlevel. When I looked at the website, it mentioned that they were 5 to 10% unlevel front to back. However, that's at their best slope. 1-2 down from us, I would say if you had your truck and a 30 to 35 foot camper hooked up, you would be at a 20 to 25% slope. We had some friends who we made the other night that were in a 40 foot Class A that were completely unable to get level on their original site that they were booked for. Fortunately, they were able to get rebooked in a different site that they were able to get level in, but in that site the trees were too close and they were not able to open their slides completely. So this is one of those campgrounds that you want to pay very much attention to the pictures that the sites have, and make your best call from there, because during the busy season there's nowhere else for them to put you. So if you can't get level, your options are to stay on level or move on down the road. So make sure that you are taking a look, because the levelness of the sites could very much impact your ability to camp at this campground. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did like the video, please click the like button. If you guys want to see more of the reviews and the antics that we get into along the way, make sure to subscribe and click the bell button so you get notified when we have a new video. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time.